You see, this is who Michael Rappaport truly is. All right. He played a white supremacist neo-Nazi named Remy in the classic movie directed by John Singleton, Higher Learning, which came out in 1995. This is who Michael Rappaport truly is. Meaning, listen to this very carefully. Meaning that he portrays this character in real life in reverse. All right. And what I mean by that is Michael Rappaport acts like he loves the hip hop and black culture. He confides with black culture. So much so to the point where black people find this guy funny, amusing. You know, they find this guy pretty amusing, and he's also been in a lot of films with predominantly black casts, such as Higher Learning. And if you go to his Instagram, again, he is a guy that appreciates black culture, or so-called appreciates black culture. What these kind of people are, right? They are not only culture vultures and suspected white supremacists, but what they like to do is, once they like to act like they appreciate the black culture and confide with it, they act like they have some sort of black card pass, right? Which means they can talk about issues pertaining to black society, in the music industry, in the hip hop culture, and that their opinion matters. Their opinion matters so much to the point where they think their opinion, right, is powerful enough to change the narrative. They want to change and control and manipulate the narrative based off their opinion for black culture. Right? And again, keyword opinion, but Michael Rappaport's opinion, because he has been in many films with black people. He has been a staunch hip hop supporter. He directed the documentary with A Tribe Called Quest. So when you do all these things, well, damn, you know, this man, this dude, he's been putting in work for the hip hop culture, for black culture, right? So he must really value, you know, he must really value our culture, black society. When in fact, no, that's the opposite. This is the type of thing where black people collectively as a group, how we were duped into where we are right now, which is integration. All right. Integration is the biggest downfall for black society. We were duped. We thought we were equal to the dominant white society, when in fact we're inferior. We're 3/5 of a person. And you can go into the National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders, one of the documents I always talk about. The findings were in that report: we live in two societies, one black, one white, separate and unequal. That is from the 1960s. We were duped, thinking that integration was going to make us equal, and we're not, right? This is the same thing Michael Rappaport is doing. He's duping black society into thinking, man, this dude, he really appreciates black culture. His opinion, right? His opinion should matter so much so that he can say that Janet Jackson, and I'm getting to Janet Jackson because that's what he was talking about in the Super Bowl. And I know I'm kind of late. I never watched the Super Bowl. It's a lifetime ban for the NFL. I could care less about the NFL, but I heard about this story. He's saying that Janet Jackson is irrelevant. I'm going to give you the exact quote of what he said. And Twitter, at least black Twitter, has roasted this dude. roasted this dude on Twitter. He said here on his verified Twitter account, can anybody crying for Janet Jackson right now tell me the last Janet Jackson song that was popping? Motherfuckers want to make nothing something 24/7, 365, and Super Bowl Sunday. All right. Yeah, so that's his opinion, right? But he thinks his opinion about black culture matters. It doesn't. It means absolutely nothing. And shout out to the sister, Southern John, 5-foot assassin. That reminds me of the Black Moon, Buckshot Shorty, the 5-foot accelerator. But anyway, she said, listen, bitch, we've tolerated your hot breath remarks long enough. Don't you ever question what, who we as black people choose to celebrate. You'll never accomplish anything 1 of 100 of what Janet Demita Joe Jackson has done. Now go heat up your beer, cheese, and mind your business. Love that reply from that sister. And again, shout out to her. You know, shout out to her. Now, you know, here comes the memes. This one right here is just, this is the example of a troglodyte right here. This is what a pale, vampire-looking troglodyte looks like from the Caucasus Mountains right here. He got the biggest herpes cold sore on this man's face. And this is exactly the epitome of what a troglodyte nigger looks like from the Caucasus Mountains. A rhesus macaque. This is exactly what a Neanderthal looks like right here. Perfect example. Perfect example. Rappaport decides to come back and compare this person to Janet Jackson as Janet Jackson fell off or whatever the case may be. And again, I agree 1,000% with the sister Southern John talking about that, you know, he'll never accomplish anything 1/5 of what Janet Jackson has done in her career. All right. Janet Jackson has done more in her pinky than Michael Rappaport has done in his entire damn existence on this planet. And you are living out your fantasy as Remy from Higher Learning by acting like you appreciate black hip hop culture and you confide with it when in fact that you want to manipulate, control, and change the narrative like the dominant white society continues to do and always do. Now, to you semantic guys out there, well, he's Jew. He's a Jew. It's not the whites. It's Jew. Again, we're talking about ethnicity, race. He's classified. If you look on this, on your driver's license, you have a race. On your driver's license, you are classified as a white. Right? You're classified as white. So he is a suspected white supremacist. That's who he is, and he demonstrates that. He has been. I never liked the dude from day one anyway. Never liked the dude. Never liked this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when it's the same thing with Eminem. Y'all forget that Eminem said the N-word. He said the N-word a while back. But yet we embrace Eminem. Again, and I'm not taking anything away from his accolades as an MC in hip hop. But Eminem has said the N-word. And he's a suspected white supremacist. Right? So it doesn't matter what you have done for black society or the hip hop culture or whatever the case may be, and you're classified as white. When you make these kind of remarks, when you make these kind of remarks towards someone like Janet Jackson, or you say the N-word, and I wouldn't be surprised that Michael Rappaport has said the N-word, off air or that kind of thing. Would not be surprised. Matter of fact, it's probably true. But again, when you make these kind of remarks, your narrative is to control the narrative for black society. Act like you care. Act like you appreciate black culture. You confide with it, when in fact your intentions is otherwise. Your intentions is otherwise, right? And you want to put your 2 cents into a legendary figure like Janet Jackson. Now I heard that Justin Timberlake. I didn't watch. Like I said, I didn't watch the Super Bowl or the halftime show, nothing like that. But I heard that Justin Timberlake did some kind of tribute to Janet Jackson, and he did a tribute to Prince. And I don't know what I don't care what. Meaning, I never saw it. I never saw it, so I don't know what happened. But there are people being offended by his so-called tribute to Janet Jackson and Prince. So and again, Justin Timberlake, another culture vulture himself. Another culture vulture himself. Let me break this down for you guys. Justin Timberlake, Michael Rappaport, Eminem, they're all suspected white supremacists. How does someone classified as white get out of the realm of being suspected white supremacist? Anybody who's classified as white is automatically deemed a suspected white supremacist until proven otherwise. That proven otherwise means their existence, their whole place on this earth has to deal with ending systemic oppression and replacing this broken system of justice with a system of justice. If they're not doing that 24/7, they are considered suspected white supremacists. All right? It's just that simple. So if someone classified as white is not dedicated to ending racism, white supremacy, aka systemic oppression, and replacing the system of injustice with a system of justice, they are considered a suspected white supremacist. So I have not found any person classified as white whose existence on this earth 24/7, 365 is to end racism, white supremacy. I have not found one person. If you guys have found that person, let me know their name, because I would definitely like to, speak with them and do an interview with them. What are they doing on a daily basis to end systemic oppression, aka white supremacy? What are they doing 24/7, 365? Right? That's what I want to know. All right. So until then, Michael Rappaport, Justin Timberlake, Eminem are all suspected white supremacists. It's just that simple. All right. Just that simple. So, Michael Rappaport, you can do all the things on Instagram, doing these posts for black society and hip hop culture. And he had one post regarding, let me see what post he had. So you got a post of Ice-T right here. There's one he had a while ago that I wanted to point out. I can't find it. But, yeah, family, like I said, I never liked this dude from day one. And again, he's living out the character from Higher Learning, Remy from that movie. He's living that out in reverse. He's acting like he cares about black society, when in fact he doesn't. He just wants to leech off black society and hip hop culture and change and control the narrative. When in fact your opinion does that matter. Okay, yeah, here's the post right here. Talking about damn, Dennis Edwards passed. You know what rap song sampled this? This is one of the illest songs ever made. So this is a song you're talking about right here. Of course, that song's been sampled hella times. But just because you know that, right? You confide with black culture and black society. But again, your intention is deemed otherwise. Deemed otherwise. So again, if you are classified as white in this country and around the world, and your very existence is not to replace this system of injustice with the system of justice and ending racism, white supremacy, systemic oppression, you are considered a suspected white supremacist. All right. And I'm going by the rule book of Neely Fuller. All right. You deem everybody classified as white as a suspected white supremacist until proven otherwise. You don't flat out call. If you go by the book, the cold system concept, if you go by his book, you do not flat out call anybody classified as white as a white supremacist. Everybody's considered a suspected white supremacist until proven otherwise. All right. So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below and let me know what other topics that you want me to talk about. Leave your comments down below and let me know what other topics you want me to talk about, and I'll offer my commentary and solutions to whatever topic you want me to talk about. I will also leave a question and pin it in the comment section and reply below and let me know what other topics you would like me to talk about in upcoming videos, family. Alrighty, until next time, Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.